So, I guess the plan is to start this podcast, douse yourself in industrial chemicals while electrocuting yourself.
Yep.
Want some help?
Yep.
All right.
Simpleton Cinema.
Hey, everybody, what is up? As always, I'm your host, Ross Frantz. I'm sitting here with my co-host, Preston, over there.
Sago, everybody, what's up?
And you're listening to Simpleton Cinema. Just in case you forgot, this is the podcast where we talk about movies and whatever else is happening in the world. We're here to break down and discuss your favorite or your least favorite movies. Every movie is someone's favorite, and we're here to try and see why. Give us a listen, and you'll have our big, dumb opinion on some of the biggest movies and TV shows out today. So, hello, Preston.
Good evening.
This is our second try at this.
It is.
Tonight, anyway. We messed up so bad on our first take. It was pretty
Yep.
funny. But anyway, this is our second video podcast, and
Exciting stuff.
it is. We're growing. Look at
Yeah.
us. Look at us go. But yeah, what you're missing, I guess, is us fiddling around with everything. We've been sitting here for like a half hour
Yeah.
trying to get everything right.
Just trying to get the angles right. Yeah.
The sound inputs on this new thing
Sound.
that we're using and just trying to figure everything out. It's a bit of a learning curve, but we're getting it. We're getting it now. I think we're good now. I'm just double check, make
I
sure
hope
everything's
so.
working.
I hope
but, yeah.
so.
No, it looks like it's good. Looks like we're good. So yeah, you guys can find us on YouTube. We have a YouTube channel now. I think we're probably going to work on getting all of our old episodes up on there. Probably. We just need to figure out what that video is going to look like and everything like that. But
It's just going to be the logo.
yeah, the logo and us talking.
Yeah.
So we'll get that up. We'll be working on that soon. And yeah, please just comment, like, subscribe. Yeah, go find our YouTube channel and give us all the support you can, because I mean, we really appreciate it. It really helps us just, make it better. We need to know what our metrics are, so we know who's listening and where.
What do you want?
And
from us.
as always, you guys know you can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and wherever else you find your podcast from. So just keep listening. We really appreciate it. We really like doing it. I keep on doing the Trump hands. I realize I do that now, especially now that I'm on camera. I'm like, it's tremendous. It's tremendous.
It's perfect.
But yeah, so our first one, there was a little bit of a hiccup there at the very beginning.
Yeah.
I totally forgot to do the audio thing, but it all worked out in the end. I think we were able to get it. So thanks for bearing with us on that one, because, it's a whole learning curve here. Definitely some things we learned about, especially with the YouTube stuff, with all the copyright claims and everything like that.
I learned I am definitely not camera shy.
Yeah, no, that friggin' went away like immediately,
Yeah.
which is awesome.
I think it's because we've recorded so much that it's just second nature.
I know, it's just something there.
Yeah.
We barely even notice it after a while. And now we're more comfortable because we're on the podcasting couch.
Yes.
Like that's called the casting couch. Oh, we have a little Grogu here too. I'll pull him onto my camera. Hello. And he'll go onto Preston's camera. Can he? Hey. All right. So yeah,
Hello,
I
homie.
guess we're not really allowed to play a lot of clips anymore if we're on YouTube, which is
No.
a little bit of a shame, but oh well, we'll just talk about it.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. All right, so what's new? What's new happening right now? So
The SAG after strike is officially over.
thank God. Yeah.
Longest strike in Hollywood history.
Yeah, what does it say? 118 days, I think is what it says
Yes.
here. Yeah, 118-day actor strike. So it was announced just by SAG-AFTRA on the 10th. So
Yeah.
that was last Friday. They announced some of the specifics of it, but
News broke the night before.
yeah, I think so. Either you were saying that Thursday or
So I
Wednesday.
think Thursday night, as I was getting home from the movies, and I was checking my phone, I was like, "Oh man, that's huge."
Yeah, it was like either the day we released it or the day after we released our last episode is
Yeah.
whenever everything came out. So honestly, it's I'm so happy. I guess it's still technically pending till December 5th, because I guess most of the guild still has to pay for it. I know the votes
Approved.
have to be tallied. That's what it
Approved,
is.
Yes, it's
The-
not too late to release Dune 2.
Oh, thank God. So yeah, so was it the SAG-AFTRA group? The national board has approved the agreement 86% to 14% and recommended union members to vote to ratify it. So now I guess that's what's happening now is the members are voting to
Okay.
get it actually in stone. So what happened with it? The guild says it will go into effect during all that stuff and such things as like pay raises from streaming revenue. There's other considerations. There's protections against AI. Basically everything that they needed, right? And I think the movie we're doing today is a good example of maybe what they were fighting against with all like the AI imagery and everything.
Absolutely.
So that's good. Let's see what else here. We're looking at an article here. So the revenue from the streaming shows was a huge part of the fight. It says they achieved the creation of a new compensation stream for actors in streaming shows and movies. So instead of a percentage of streaming revenue, guild members will get a substantial bonus on top of existing residuals, and the majority of which will go to actors working on programs meeting certain viewership requirements. The rest of the money will go to a jointly trusteed distribution fund and distributed to other actors.
That's good.
Yeah, it's a little bit of mumbo jumbo. I don't really know what it means.
Nope.
But that's probably
I'm just
the
gonna
point.
nod and agree,
Yeah.
like I know what that means.
All right.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And then what else is there? So there's 2 wage increases in the contract's first year, 7% following the ratification of the contract, another 4% in July of next year. Wow. That's a huge increase. So basically you're just getting a raise.
That's good.
And a total of 11.28%. Good job. Geez, that's a lot. So it also calls for a 153% effective increase for series performers relocations. Oh, so whenever they get relocated to do it, they have to
They have to pay them.
153% of their wage. So that's cool. So what's the thing with the AI? It says it secured meaningful protections around the use of artificial intelligence, including informed consent and compensation, where guild members are replicated digitally using AI, both for living and dead members.
I bet this movie had a direct impact on this.
I have to think so.
Yes.
Because there was a thing with Nick Cage. He said what was shown in this movie was not what he filmed.
He probably just filmed the suit up thing.
Yeah, I don't no idea what he filmed. But either way, like it's not real. Like I was watching it earlier today. None of it looks real. And they also have healthcare, retirement contributions. Then there's a bit more diversity in the filmmaking.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, hair, makeup. So that's cool. Yeah, there's just no biases, and it's overwhelmingly supported among the SAG-AFTRA people. It's 86%. Like that's a lot.
That is a lot.
That is unanimous. Yeah, I'm just honestly, it's freaking so long. I couldn't believe how long it was. 118 days. I'm glad it's over. I'm glad the actors are getting what they need, what they deserve, and now we can watch new movies again. I'm excited for that.
Downside is next year is gonna be like that COVID year.
Yeah, we're
with
just
the
not gonna have
lack
much.
of releases.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess Dune's coming out. I don't know what else is coming out next year. Now I think about it.
Deadpool.
Deadpool is still scheduled. It's probably it.
That's probably it.
There's probably that Willy Wonka movie that,
I
that
think
nobody asked
I
for.
think that's coming out at Christmas unless it got pushed back.
Like who looked at society today and was like, you know what the people need?
Wonka.
They need another Willy Wonka movie. Like I don't know where that came from. I have no thoughts about that. Only concerns.
I'm gonna see that shit.
Yeah, I know.
I try to go to the movies on Christmas Day.
On Christmas Day, jeez. I think the last time I saw a movie on Christmas Day, I think it was The Dark Knight. Either The
What?
Dark Knight or it was Batman Begins. It was one of those. Because I usually go out with my cousins on Christmas Day, or we used to.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure The Dark Knight was still playing in theaters at that time. I think.
8 months later? That's crazy.
I think.
Dark Knight
Maybe.
came out in May.
Did it?
Maybe even April.
I don't know. Maybe I'm full of shit.
You might be.
But I don't know. I remember seeing a Batman movie specifically on Christmas Day.
Was it The Batman?
No.
Huh.
No, it was not. Anyway, it was a long time ago.
I seen Prometheus on Christmas Day.
How was that?
I watched it.
Michael Fassbender in that one.
Yeah.
My favorite actor, people. Michael Fassbender is my favorite.
What else have I seen on Christmas Day? Django Unchained on Christmas
Oh,
Day.
that one
Yeah,
must have been good.
in a snowstorm.
Jeez. You're just sitting there all nervous about the drive home afterwards. This movie needs to end. I need to get home safe. Oh boy. All right, so I don't know. So that's that. Good job, actors. Thank God the strike is over and we can get back to watching good movies.
Well done.
Well done indeed. So what do you say? You ready to start this thing?
I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
He's holding a
Good.
gun out of frame.
It's right.
Yeah.
Just right here.
Yeah.
Just do. You're ready to start this shit? All right, so today, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about Le Flash.
Oh my God! Flash!
Hi.
I love you!
Thank you.
Passing you into Mr. Wayne.
No, please don't.
I need you here now, Barry.
So you're saying you could travel back in time?
But Bruce, I can fix things. I can save people. I can save my mom. I can save your parents.
You could also destroy everything.
Love you, Mom. I love you too.
So how was it this week? How's school?
School was good. Oh, this is mad trippy. Dude, this is catastrophic.
This world must die.
I'm not gonna lose her again. It's not Clark.
My name is Kara. I will help you.
Interesting group. Want some help?
Wait, he's Batman?
You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
Oh, this rips! We're in uncharted territory. Batman, what do we do?
We try not to die.
Are you ready?
Ready.
Let's go.
You have fancy friends.
No, it was an Uber. Oh, exec.
The trailer is better than the movie.
That certainly is a trailer.
It is. It's a good one.
It is.
I like the music underneath it.
Who is that? Coldplay?
Coldplay. No, that's Pink Floyd.
I believe you.
It's Pink Floyd. It's definitely not Coldplay.
Okay.
What the hell? Oh my God, Roger Waters is like sitting somewhere. He's like, the fuck? Someone just said I'm Coldplay. What the hell? No. So yeah, it's Pink Floyd. just to get that out of the way. So I guess I don't know. We'll just go through with our initial thoughts of this movie. I watched it, I think 3 times. I watched it earlier today, and I gotta say, one of the most disappointing movies of this past year.
This is everything wrong about multiverse movies.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, it's weird. It's a weird like. It's trying to be this big overarching movie that affects this whole universe, but the universe doesn't exist anymore.
No.
And it's pulling from all these like past things too, like this, like the Snyderverse, but it's like shifting and morphing and Frankensteining everything to fit in this new tone. And I don't know. I just, it wasn't my thing. I also didn't find
No.
it very funny.
I laughed.
There were a few parts that I thought were funny, but overall, I was like, it's mostly just like, it's cringy. It's not like The Office cringe either, you know. Like The Office style of humor, cringe humor, I can go with, but this one, it just wasn't for
It's
me.
trying too hard.
Yeah, it's exactly it.
Yes.
It's trying way too hard. I have a bunch of stuff to talk about, and I don't want to get into it all right here, but that's, I guess, what I thought of it. Like, I don't know, like, did you like it? Oh, at the end of the day, did you like it?
When I first watched it in theaters that first night, I think I liked it more than when I've rewatched it. Now it's just like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, I don't know.
I watched this opening night.
Oh my god, how many people were? Was it packed, or were there only a couple people in there in Cornwall?
Maybe 10 people.
Oh boy, yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody sort of knew what was going to happen with this
Yeah.
one. I think. I know. I didn't see it in theaters. I knew. I figured I was going to skip it. I really did. Like I didn't watch it. I don't think I watched it till maybe.
I don't know. I feel like I have
Maybe
to watch
August?
movies in theaters now because everything's too distracting.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. But I don't know. At the end of the day, I don't think I liked it.
Yeah.
I don't think I did. I do not think I did. So this movie came out in 2023, and it was directed by
Andy Machete.
He directed such things as It
Chapters 1 and 2.
and It Chapter 2.
Yeah.
And I don't know what else. This is his first non-horror movie that he's ever directed.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he directed one called Mama or something like that too. I don't know. I was looking through his filmography earlier. And
Is
I
that
was
the
like,
one with Jennifer Lawrence in it?
No, that's Mother.
Oh,
And that was Darren Aronofsky, who she later married and divorced. So that's fun.
She's single?
Hey Jen.
Yeah, hi.
Just kidding. Hi. So I don't know. Let's go through the cast here. So the cast is Barry Allen's played by the infamous Ezra
Miller.
Infamous asshole. Batman 1, I guess, is Ben Affleck.
Snyderverse.
Batman 2 is Michael Keaton, the
Yeah.
Burtonverse. And then we got Iris West, played by Kiersey Clemens. She comes back from Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yep.
She wasn't in the Joss Whedon one. She was
Yeah.
in the newer one.
I feel like all these movies have been sequels to the Snyder Cut.
I know. It's the better version.
It is.
It is by a long shot. So we got Henry Allen, who's Barry's father, played by Ron Livingston. He was Billy Crudup was recast.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, because I love Billy Crudup.
Yeah.
I think he would have been really. I don't know. This movie, I kind of see why he didn't want to do it, or why he didn't do it, because there's not a whole lot for him to do in this one.
Other than look bewildered
Yeah,
and
it's-
confused in court.
Just like, call 911. No. And then returning from Man of Steel, we got General Zod, played by Michael
Shannon.
He's awesome. Well, he's awesome usually.
Yeah.
I think this movie, there wasn't much room for him to be good. And then we have Supergirl / Kara Zor-El, played by Sasha Calle. Cal? Calle. I think it's Cal.
Close enough.
Close. Sasha. That's
Yeah.
her name. And yeah. So let's go over this brief summary here. So when worlds collide, when Barry uses his superpowers to travel back in time in order to change the events of the past. But when his attempt to save his family inadvertently alters the future, Barry becomes trapped in a reality where General Zod has returned, threatening annihilation, and there are no superheroes to turn to.
Damn.
Go. Like, it's a good premise. Like, it really
Yeah.
sets up that, like,
There's a good movie in here somewhere. But,
somewhere.
but it got chopped up by the studio.
It's hidden under the Warner Brothers bullshit.
Yep.
WB.
Which, what else did they do? They canned the John Cena and Wile E. Coyote movie.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
It's like fully shot.
Really? And
Yeah.
they're not doing
They're
it?
not doing it.
Oh, my God. How much money do they have that they can afford to just...
They're
Not
just doing the
release a
same
movie.
thing they did with Batgirl. It's fully.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. But I guess I read Warner Brothers is shopping it to distribution
Okay.
just so they can put it out.
Just make some money off
Yeah.
of it. A lot of directors don't like working with WB now.
No.
I've been reading. Like, Denis Villeneuve doesn't really want to work with them anymore. Neither does Christopher Nolan.
Famously.
Like, they're done.
Yeah.
And I can see why. I mean, movies like this, and
Throwing away
lately,
2 whole movies like that?
It's just-
That's insane.
man, like these people put their heart and souls into this stuff, and they're just like,
Yeah.
no,
Even
no thanks.
Michael Keaton was supposed to be in Batgirl. Has a big role in it.
And this is just not a thing.
It's just not coming out.
It's just not a thing.
Yeah.
All right, so let's hop into the good. This should be quick. No, but let's talk about what was good, because there are some good parts to this movie.
Yeah. Batfleck's last scene, as he's talking to Barry,
Yeah.
that is my favorite scene in the whole DCEU.
Yeah, no, it's really good. Like it's
really,
probably,
it is excellent.
it's probably the best scene in the whole movie.
It is.
Because it like really he's talking about how like the scars of our past
Yeah.
make us who we are.
That was going to be the cold opening.
Yeah, but it's too sad.
It's
too
sad.
serious. Too
Yeah.
serious. Too sad.
But I think Ben Affleck said in this movie was the most understanding he had of Bruce Wayne, the character, and that's why we got that scene.
And it's a shame that it's just the one scene.
Yeah,
because like
that's his last scene. He gets in his car and he drives away. And
drives away in his
that's it. He's gone forever.
badass Mercedes or
Yeah.
whatever he's driving. I don't remember what it is, but it was a sweet car. Yeah, best acted scene in the whole movie, I think.
Agreed.
Because I think Ezra Miller does have moments. I have the thing in here that the dramatic moments
Ezra does well.
he shines.
Yes.
He really does.
You can see there's a damaged man.
Like specifically the moment whenever Barry's yelling at alternate Barry about like how lucky he is to have his mother and
Yeah.
like you're using bear as or monkey as a dartboard and all this stuff. Like
Even the last scene when he's saying goodbye to his mother.
yeah,
That's-
right. It's good.
It's good.
It's good.
Yeah.
Like, but like I don't know. He's like I don't know. There's just things he's just trying way too hard to be funny.
Yeah.
And like he needs to like really lean into that dramatic aspect because that's what he's good at. I mean, like you
This
even
should
look at
be a painful experience he's going through.
yeah.
And no.
Yeah, it's not always.
No.
And I mean, like he was good even in what the hell's that? That Harry Potter one too.
Trainwreck with Amy Schumer.
Oh my god, no, that's not what I mean. No, I'm talking about yeah, the Harry Potter movie, the one, the
Fantastic
Fantastic Beasts. He was like decent in that movie.
I haven't seen them.
Yeah, you don't need to see the movies. I don't think they're great.
Okay.
The first one is good because it has Colin Farrell in it, and Colin Farrell in the Harry Potter movie, I think, that fits.
Is that the guy that Johnny Depp replaced?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh no, you didn't replace him, but like the whole thing at the end is that Colin Farrell is like being impersonated by Johnny Depp by taking the polyjuice potion.
What?
Yeah, it's good. It's a good twist. Anyway, we're getting off topic.
Okay. Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. You don't have to watch it.
No.
So I actually thought that the Chrono Bowl was a cool way to visualize time travel. Like it was different. It would like it looked
unique.
It was unique. That's
Yeah.
what it was. Because like I mean, usually you got like the tree and the branch stuff from MCU.
It kind
Marvel.
of reminded me of Interstellar
Yeah, right.
at the end when he's in the, what the hell's he call it?
The Tesseract. I think
Tesseract,
that's what he
yes.
calls it. Yeah. No, and I definitely got those vibes from it. And it's just how like everything, like his whole history is on display for him to
Yeah.
see. I thought that was kind of like a cool thing. Like you just imagine being in that.
You know what would have made it so much better?
What's that?
If the CGI was good on it.
Yes. Yes,
We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. And Michael Keaton makes his return
Yes.
as Batman. And he's serviceable, I think. He plays better Bruce Wayne than he does Batman. But I will say the Batman in this one, he fights pretty good. It's a lot of kicks.
It's CGI.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But like whenever like they're in that Russian silo base and he's like kicking the shit out of
He
everyone.
beats the shit out of everybody.
That was cool.
Yeah.
And like the whole scene where he's fighting the berries in his kitchen, I thought that was just funny. That was like good physical comedy for the most part. Because I mean, like alternate Barry, he has the powers at that point. Are the normal Barry, like the I don't know, modern universe Barry, the Barry we're following, he's lost his powers at that point.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's getting his ass kicked, but like alternate Barry's just sort of really easily dodging everything. And
That's the funniest scene in the movie. What
Yeah.
the hell does he say? Says, "This is Bruce Wayne." I thought this was the cousin's dinner.
the cousin's dinner. Yeah. He's just mowing down a bowl of spaghetti. I had spaghetti while I was watching this today
Did you?
for lunch. It was good, very good. I got
Happy
method
for
with
you.
it. Got method with it. And I actually thought that he played the dual roles pretty well.
Yeah, that's something I've written down as it's seamless.
Yeah, it really is.
Of all things in this movie that you don't notice is when two Barrys are on screen, it's not bad.
Yeah, like he's kind of he's just playing the same character, but there's like very subtle differences in there.
Yeah.
and he does a good job of differentiating the two outside of like the hair and like the physical differences. But he does a good job of like actually like emoting differently and having like a different, slightly different personality.
You can tell the other Barry is 18 years old.
Yeah, I like that he gets annoyed with him.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny. He's like, you don't stop talking. I get why people don't like us now. That was pretty funny. And I don't know, like the one scene that I actually thought, I don't know, not the one scene, but one of the scenes I thought was good was whenever he was finding his powers for the first time, the alternate Barry.
Yes.
Like he's like running through the streets, he's all happy. He's like, yeah.
He's butt-ass naked in the streets.
And there's just mass chaos, like the fucking power goes out everywhere. There's like explosions and everything, and he just comes like back with his tail between his legs, buck ass naked. Like that was a good scene. Oh God. Oh, excuse me. Okay, I'm good. Excuse me. Oh God. Oh, my eyes are watering. Wow, you just saw that happen in real time.
Love that.
And I did actually another thing I like. So with the time travel movies, I think one of the big things that you like to see is like the consequences of their meddling, right?
Yes.
And I think the consequences in this one not only make sense, but they're like it's actually like pretty compelling to watch.
Yes.
Not only the funny stuff, like how Eric Stoltz is playing the guy from Back
Marty
to the Future,
McFly.
yeah, and like
which he famously played for. But they shoot like a month of it.
Yeah, and then he was just like, it's not working.
Not
Robert
working.
Zemeckis was like, no, not
it.
Not it.
Go look that up on YouTube. It's jarring.
Yeah,
to
there
watch.
are straight up scenes that they
Yeah.
shot, and it's just it's weird. It's really weird, especially
It's, like uncomfortable is the word.
and the one guy has the Eric Stoltz tattoo on his calf.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
What the hell else did you say? Kevin Bacon plays Maverick.
Oh my God, that was another one.
Yeah.
I forget what some of those other consequences were, like that subtle changes, just from his mom getting the
Banana
tomato.
bees instead of Applebee's.
Oh my God, we need to pull up a list of all this stuff. I don't.
Yeah.
We don't have to, but
No.
It's fun, right? Like it's just those subtle differences.
The slang's different.
Yeah, what the hell does he say?
Is it rips dick?
It ribs dicks. What the hell's the other one? He's like
Beeves.
It beeves.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't really know what that means.
What is that?
I don't know what that means, but I think it beeves. I think it beeves. And I liked Supergirl. I liked her. She was doing like her best Superman impression, and honestly, I think it kind of works.
Yeah. Since we didn't get Henry Cavill,
I know. Poor Henry Cavill.
I think
man.
he actually shot scenes for this.
Yeah, but then James Gunn, he came out that saying that he wasn't going to be Superman anymore, so they cut him out from it.
Yeah.
There's just one scene of him flying around saving a volcano.
Yep.
At the very beginning. He's like, whenever they go to the baby shower. Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh. And I don't know, that was kind of it that I had. I mean, there are things to like. I think there are. And it's a unique take on the time travel thing.
I feel like younger kids would love this movie.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
sure
so.
they do. Max, I'm sure you love this movie.
Maxwell.
Maxwell.
I don't know. If you haven't seen it, I think you should. He would like it, I think. And I don't know. I like the end twist that alternate Barry is the guy who knocked him out. It's like a grandfather
Knocked
paradox
them out
thing.
of the Chrono Bowl.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, like, we just finished with Loki season 2.
Yeah.
And that's full of grandfather paradoxes.
Bootstrap paradox.
Yeah, that's all that stuff.
Yeah.
And like watching this first, it's cool. Like you sort of can see it all happening.
Yeah.
But then, Loki just did it so much better.
Yes.
So, I don't know, like there's stuff to take from it. And I think if you watch this one, it's a good like sort of introduction to how those paradoxes, paradigms.
Yeah. I
paradigms.
feel like people who don't go to the movies often and watch this liked it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think so. I mean, it's easy to take in.
Yeah.
That's for sure. That's for sure. And yeah, that was really all I had. Did you have anything that I didn't bring up?
You pretty much covered everything.
I know.
I also had.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought
Yeah.
you were saying I also had something.
Yeah, no.
No. Okay. Cool. All right. So that's it for good, and let's move on to trivia time. Now, that was a really short good section.
Really,
One of the shortest we've ever done.
yes.
And I'm excited for the bad. I really
Right?
am. I really am. All right, so we'll move on to trivia time. This is our new section where we test our movie knowledge with stupid questions about movies in general. We'll be tracking the winners, and a prize awaits the overall winner. That prize is a $25 gift card to Cineplex Cinemas, and the loser has to buy them that card. And I'm not going to say the NFL Combine. Everyone knows we're doing that.
Yeah.
And right now we're tied 6-6. We're locked in a battle here.
What a duel.
What a duel. So I'm asking the questions today. I am the captain now. And yeah, are you ready?
Certainly.
All right. We'll start you off with an easy one here. Well, I don't know. You might not get it. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not pumping up these questions like I did last time because you friggin' landslide victory last time I did that. So I'm not saying anything. So to you, Preston, who is the oldest actor to play Batman in live action?
Adam West?
Nope. I'll give you two more. All right, I'll give you one more because there's only so many Batmen.
George Clooney.
Nope. So
shit.
it was Michael Keaton in this
Really?
movie. He's 71 in this movie.
I'm a dumbass. I thought you meant like at the beginning of their Batman career.
No. Yeah. Well, I mean, like this one counts.
Okay.
This counts. He is playing Batman, and he is the oldest one to do it.
Did you say 71?
He's 71.
Nice.
He looks great for 71.
does.
He really does. He still fits the Batman suit, and he wears it. He wears it kind of well. All right, so second question. I'm up by one. Second question. What year did the first Batman movie featuring Michael Keaton release?
1989.
That is correct. The one with Jack Nicholson as the Joker.
Yep. There was a comic run that came out last summer. It was titled Batman 89, and it was a continuation of Michael Keaton's Batman.
Oh, that's cool. It
Yep.
must have like connected from that one to Batman Returns, right?
Yep.
Nice. I like that. All right, so the third question. In this movie, we see Nicolas Cage as Superman fighting a giant spider. What was the name of the canceled movie that this scene was supposed to be from?
Superman Lives.
That is correct. So that's 2 to you, 1 to me. Let's see. Oh shit.
Did you skip one?
No. No, I have 5 here. So, okay, this one,
Counting is hard.
you know what? I'm going to skip one. I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you as the last one.
Okay.
So, what is the Chrono Bowl based on in the comics?
The Roman Colosseum?
No.
No?
No, like in the Flash comics, the thing that he uses to travel through time.
The Speed Force.
Close. I'll give you one more guess. Not that.
What is it based on?
The thing that he uses to travel back in time.
Uses the Speed Force.
He does, but there's like a certain piece of equipment that he uses that he uses the Speed Force on in order to go back in time.
A treadmill?
Close.
Elliptical?
An elliptical.
I don't know.
No, it's the cosmic treadmill.
What the?
That's what it's called in the comics.
That is outrageous.
I know. And it's why in this movie, whenever he's running, he's like running in place. Whenever he's in the Chrono Bowl,
That's why he
what that's
runs like
supposed
a
to be.
goofball.
That's why it looks like he's running backwards.
Okay.
So that's called the cosmic treadmill. So that's it. I got it. And the last question, I would be very surprised if you got this one. What song plays during the fight scene between the Barrys and Michael Keaton's Batman in this movie? Whenever they're fighting in the kitchen.
Is that a Rolling Stone song?
No, it's by Chicago. Yeah, I know. It's called 25.
You got me.
25 or 6 to 4. Waiting for the break of day. Hell yeah, it's a good song. So, I got you this time.
Yay.
Yes! I go up by 1, folks. 7-6.
I'm sorry, everybody. That effort wasn't my best.
Yeah, I was actively trying to
You were
stump
trying
you.
to win this time?
I was trying to win.
Okay.
Because, I don't know, like we said, we put out a lot of easy questions, so I was actively trying to, like, do some deep cuts here.
There's some music snob that's gonna think less of me now.
No, man, you were good in the Spider-Man one we did.
Yeah.
You got all those songs.
Yep.
Oh no, actually, you missed that one, but you knew it. You knew it.
Yeah.
It just wasn't coming to your mind. The trivia pressure was too much.
Oh no.
All right, so that's that. I go up by 1. We're 7-6. We're closing in on the end here. This is crazy. All right, so let's talk about the bad.
Here we go.
Here we go. This is one that I think is the elephant in the room when talking about this movie. The CGI was awful.
Is horrendous.
Honestly, I don't care what the rationalizations are.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of rationalizations around it, right? The director
even
was saying,
the director said, "Oh, that's what Barry sees when he's in the Chrono Ball or using the Speed Force."
Yeah. And you know what? I could buy that. If the CGI in the real world was better.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like, the babies and stuff look terrifying during the baby shower.
The cars look like they're out of a PlayStation 3 game.
And even, even Batfleck, whenever he's chasing down that car and, like, on the highway, that looks like a video game.
Yeah.
A lot of it does. And like, the fight scene with Zod and everything like that. Like, Zod, I didn't think looked good.
No, it's... As far back as this movie was delayed, it is inexcusable how bad the CGI is.
At the end of the day, it just looks bad.
Yeah.
It really does. Was it the prison break fight scene? I thought looked really bad too. Like whenever Supergirl starts flying around, she gets into the sun and everything. I didn't think that looked great. All the slow-mo and stuff. It was just too much. And also I wanted to talk about all the digital recreations of like dead actors.
Yep. That was all... What I read, a lot of that was AI.
Yeah.
Like so I guess when the 4K copy of this came out, people like froze the frames. A lot of the stuff looks off. Like Adam West's Batman. It's missing the bat wings on top of his...
Oh my god.
On top of his...
Like his ears?
His
bat ears?
His bat ears, not his bat wing.
No, my thing is just like, why wouldn't they just not use old footage to recreate all this stuff? Because they have a ton of it, right? From like Christopher Reeves, even to like the old school.
Was it George Reeves?
George Reeves, Christopher Reeves, even Nicolas Cage. Reeve, sorry, my bad. There's more than one.
Yeah,
and I don't know, like it just never works out. It never looks good.
No,
I mean, even Rogue One doesn't look that great anymore, like how they recreated the Tarkin
It
dude.
still looks better than this.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like it's just I find it to be kind of disrespectful to use their likeness like that without, because I mean they can't.
Yep. Like I think, like I said at the beginning, this
it.
probably has a direct impact on the AI thing.
That's what I have here. I have like, didn't we just have a huge strike to help like counteract this exact kind of thing?
Yep.
Like, I don't know.
I hope George Reeves' estate like gets a paycheck.
I hope so. Oh my god, everyone should.
If he has any family left.
And we brought it up earlier too that Nick Cage, he came in and shot stuff, and they just didn't use any of it. They just AI'd a lot of stuff.
He's the only one that actually shoots something.
I know. And they just didn't use any of it. Like he came out and said he's like that's not what I shot.
I think he's referring to like the spider fight.
Yeah, but I mean, like he's saying that like the stuff that he filmed for this movie, they didn't use any of it, and that's not at all. None of it was.
Okay.
None of what he shot is what they used. I don't know why. And I also noticed that some of the scenes between the two Barrys, for the most part, they look pretty good. But there's a few scenes where it looks really, really weird.
Yeah.
Like specifically when they're in the Batwing on their way to Russia. Like Barry, you can tell that just like his mouth is CGI'd. And he's just sort of like looking at him. He's like trying to like emote with his eyes and stuff. And he's doing stuff with his mouth. But it's just like, it looks really weird.
Uncanny Valley is
very, very uncanny valley. The uncanny valley is deep. It's deep here. But there are a few moments throughout there, but that was like where I noticed it. I was like, "What the hell?" But there's a few other ones in there too that just looks weird, looks off, and it's distracting.
Yep. One thing that really pissed me off was his suit from the Snyderverse is perfection.
Yeah, right.
That his suit
in this one,
It's awful.
It looks bad.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know what they were thinking. His suit, and I didn't actually like Batfleck's suit.
Yep.
It looked weird. He was wearing like a weird
I'll
exoskeleton
say that
thing on it.
his Flash suit in the Snyderverse movie, that's my favorite.
No, me too.
Superhero costume.
It's funny. I was actually just watching Zack Snyder's Justice
Yeah.
League, and I said that exact same thing. I mean, there's a bit
sick.
There's a bit stuff around the neck, and like
Yeah.
the helmet is a little bit too tight, but like the pieces on it, everything how it's put together looks like he put it together.
Yeah.
And this one, it's supposed to be like, I guess Bruce Wayne
Made it for him.
Bruce
just
Wayne
like
made it.
Iron Man.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
I guess.
guess,
I don't
but
know. And
If they would have kept the suit, the original suit, I would have thought way more highly of this.
no, me too.
Yeah.
Me too. I definitely would have. What else do I have here? Oh yeah. So whenever Barry gets knocked out of the Chrono Bowl, right, into like the modern day, why doesn't he not just hop back in and go back to the present? He gets knocked out and he just decides to stay there.
I don't know.
Like that's kind of like a weird choice.
We're trying to forward the story, man.
I don't know. It's just because it's in the script is not an acceptable reason. It's not an acceptable reason for that.
Plot armor.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah, that was the one thing I was like, it's like why did he not just keep going? Like I guess maybe he thinks the guy is still there that he doesn't know, but
The boogeyman's still there. He didn't want to go back.
the booger man, the booger man, and also, I said this earlier. I did not find it very funny. It's like I said, we were talking about it. They're trying way too hard.
Yes.
Trying way too hard. You could tell this is Ezra Miller is maybe not the funniest guy out there.
No.
He's good at committing, and that's what he does. But I don't think he's genuinely funny, and that's why it feels forced for a lot of it.
Agreed.
And oh God, the lasso of truth part. Oh my God, I hated that. So the whole thing is that like Batman is hanging on. He's like holding this guy up
Wonder Woman shows up and saves Batman. And,
with the lasso of truth.
lasso of
Pulls him
truth.
and the guy up, and they're connected at the wrist.
Yeah.
And he just starts spewing out random truths, but like
Yeah.
it's really awkward.
But
and
he says,
forced
my ego's far too big to say thank you.
to say thank you to anyone. He's like, oh, I just created this persona to cover my childhood trauma.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, I have childhood trauma too. And they're like trying to get it off. He's like, if I wanted to stop crime, I would just end poverty. I should just give all my money away. It's like, oh my God, those wah wah. And then Ezra Miller gets it, and he's like, I know what sex is, but I've never experienced it. It's like, okay,
That line could have been something else.
yeah, like as if that's the thing that comes out. There's
Yeah.
a lot of sexual innuendos coming from Ezra Miller,
Yeah.
and none of them work or land. It's all just like,
It's
"Ooh."
more funny talking about it now than in the actual movie.
Yeah, I know it is. It's funnier to make fun of it than it
So I
is to
think-
watch it.
I distinctly remember people groaning as
Yeah.
he said that in my theater.
I believe it. I believe that wholeheartedly. And also the scene where he finds out that he doesn't have his powers anymore. He's like running around in circles in the place, and he's like running into walls and stuff.
Ridiculous.
I was like, what is happening? What is this? Like, oh, I'm slow. It's like, yeah, and you're not funny. And I thought that just the alternate Barry was a bit too over the top.
He's definitely a teenager.
Yeah, definitely a teenager, and he's really playing that up.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it was just a bit. It was really like out there, and I was like, that's just.
It's too much.
I mean, like I wasn't like that when I was 18. I was like that probably when I was like
Are you
15.
sure?
I don't know. Was I?
I don't remember.
That was a long time ago for
Yeah.
us. It was almost 20 years ago now.
Half of our life away.
Half of our lifetime ago. I just burped. Sorry, guys.
Coughing, burping. you good?
I'm all over the place right now. I haven't even eaten.
That's usually me.
And the Come On Barbie, Let's Go Party. What was that?
Barbie marketing.
I know, right? Barbie made a cameo in this, I guess. I don't know. I don't know, because like that whole thing, he's like, all right, you're ready. We can do this now.
Yeah.
It's like this kind of like decent moment where they're like, all right, you're ready. Like we got this now. And then they ruined it. They ruined it.
Just for corny one-liner.
Yeah, that no one liked.
No.
I don't think so. I don't think anyone liked it. And there's a thing too. I was saying the movie weirdly carries over a lot of the visual stuff, like iconography. I guess that's what it's called. Like just like the look and the visuals and like the equipment and stuff, how it all looks. They carry a lot of that over from the Snyderverse, but they're just forcing it to fit into this new tone, and it just doesn't work.
No.
Like it's weird.
I want to see the original cut.
It's kind of like, it's like what Joss Whedon did to Justice League,
Yeah.
but it's this movie's doing it to the whole universe.
Yep.
And it just, I don't know. I felt the same way about this movie watching Joss Whedon's Justice League, and then watching the Zack Snyder's Justice League, being like, "What are you doing?" Like,
Yeah.
there's that meme where it's Pietro from Age of Ultron. He's like, "Is this Justice League?" It's like, "This is what Justice League is supposed to be." Like, this I like. This
Yeah.
is good, and I feel the exact same way. And I don't know, like I actually really, I don't know if I really liked it, but I actually liked the Snyderverse, despite it being so gloomy, so brooding, kind of downtrodden.
The tone of it.
It was fresh, right? Because
Yes.
I mean, it was so different from what Marvel was at the time,
Yeah.
and what Marvel is.
They had a perfect opportunity to make their brand were darker, more serious.
Yeah.
And no, they fumbled it.
Yeah, because
big
like
time.
one of the big things that I remember reading about, talking about the differences between the Marvel comics and the DC comics. One of the big differences there is that, you know, the Marvel characters are all humans trying to become godlike.
Yeah.
Right. They're all trying to like get up to this other level of power. But in DC, it's all about gods trying to become people.
Yes.
Right. So like you got Superman, right? He's trying to be Clark Kent all the time. He's saving all the people. And even with what's his name? Aquaman, right? He doesn't want to be king. He doesn't want to do any of that stuff. He just wants to be some normal dude.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like that there is enough to separate everything. And it would have made it
Traditionally,
great.
The DC comics are better than the Marvel comics.
Yeah.
But the movies, it's unfortunately the opposite.
I know. I don't, because they went from trying to differentiate themselves from Marvel to trying to be Marvel.
Be Marvel.
And it just
Didn't work.
Doesn't work at all. Because I've been reading Dark Knight Returns.
Okay.
Excellent graphic novel. And yeah, I don't know, like there's so much there. There's so much like grit to take from.
Yeah.
And they just don't transfer any of it over.
Like the Batman movie is the closest we
Yeah,
get to
right?
a comic book.
Like an actual DC comic book movie. And the Batman was excellent. Egg salad. It was egg salad. And I will say that it was hard for me, it was hard to separate Ezra Miller and his sort of shitty behavior from
The actor.
from his performance, right?
Yeah.
It kind of like tainted the whole movie for me.
It weighed the whole thing down.
And that's part of why I don't think he's naturally funny. He's just naturally
An asshole.
an asshole. I mean, I think there's some like mental health stuff there.
I think that was. I was reading an article today from the premiere night when he was actually on the red carpet.
Ooh.
I think his statement was, "Yes, I have mental health issues. Yes, I'm like working on it pretty much."
Yeah. But I don't know, like, it's hard to rationalize a lot of his behavior, right? Because, I mean, like, he was, like, broke into people's houses. He was trying to strangle people.
Basically a cult leader.
Yeah, like, it was just, it's not good. And, like, it just, this movie, I think, actively, like, or not the movie, like, this movie and the role and his, like, stature in it actively tried to, like, hide a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, he didn't promote it at all.
No, and it was just, like, I was just, like, every time I looked at him, I was like, "You're a dick,
You idiot."
It's kind of like watching a Kevin Spacey movie now, right? Because I mean, like, I think even retroactively, a lot of his stuff, you're just like, like I can't watch this anymore. I can't like this anymore. And I kind of feel that same way with Ezra Miller and all the stuff that he does nowadays.
Okay.
And
the post-credit scene didn't make any sense.
oh, with Aquaman.
Aquaman,
Yeah, what was that? He's just hammered.
he's just hammered. I think it was implied he was going to be Aquaman in the new universe,
Oh yeah.
but now that it's come out that none of them are coming back.
Yeah.
Because even, was it Gal Gadot said
She's not coming
she
back.
made like an Instagram post that she was looking forward to coming back as Wonder Woman. Then like a day later is when a report came out saying, nope, none of them are back.
Well, even Henry Cavill too. He
Yeah.
was all excited to come back. I mean, that
He
that
was in Black Adam post-credit scene.
I know Dwayne Johnson friggin' was like, all right, we'll make it happen.
We'll
And
make
not,
it happen.
Not even Dwayne the Rock Johnson could save
No.
him, unfortunately. And also, what's another thing I was thinking of too? During the fight scene, so like they go into the Chrono Ball and they come back at a certain spot.
Yeah.
Would that not have just created 2 more copies of the Flash in that moment? Because like whenever he comes back, whenever he gets kicked out at the beginning, he doesn't just replace the Barry Allen that's there.
No.
There's 2 of them there now. So whenever they come back a second time, the 2 of them, wouldn't there just be 4 of them?
That's what the script allows, Ross.
No, that's
No?
not a thing. You can't do that.
No?
You can't do that. So I don't know. That was just something, and I don't know. I could kind of tell that Michael Shannon didn't want to be there.
Yep. I have a quote. What the hell does he say? Says, I'm not going to lie, it wasn't quite satisfying for me as an actor. These multiverse movies are like someone playing with action figures. He said, it's like, here's this person, here's that person, and they're fighting. It's not quite the in-depth character study situation I honestly felt Man of Steel was. That's...
Yeah, and I guess there was a big thing. He like went to Zack Snyder for, I guess, permission to come back. Not, but he wanted his blessing because he felt weird about coming back and Zack Snyder wasn't there. Because I mean, for all the faults that Man of Steel gets, and trust me, I agree with a lot of them. I think there was actually like some decent stuff there. And I think one of the only reasons that the DC EU didn't like flourish as much as it could have is because they were trying to copy the Marvel thing, right? Because the Marvel was built on Iron Man, that movie. The success of that movie, the whole franchise was built off that. And I think if Man of Steel was better, maybe the DCEU would have been better as a whole.
They should have had a
Oh, it's not just me.
Solo Batman movie after that.
I know. Instead of a team up one.
Yeah. And
it's funny, like, I don't know, there's a thing with Zack Snyder. I think Zack Snyder should only make 4-hour movies.
You think so?
Because the Ultimate Edition of Batman v Superman is actually much better.
And the Watchmen,
Watchmen
extended version is the best version.
And Zack Snyder Justice League, 4 hours, and it's way better.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't know what it is. Like, he cuts it down. He like makes he operates on this huge grand scale.
Is it his editing choices when cutting the movie down? Just completely tanks whatever he's going for.
I think it's the way that he structures everything that like you need every single moment that is in there, but it just ends up being way too long.
Yeah, because Batman versus Superman, like you said, that was 3 hours?
Yeah. It was like 3.5 almost with the Ultimate Edition.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's better. It might be better, but it definitely makes more sense. You know, like I at least understand what's going on a bit more. And with that one, it was just a bit too cut up, and that happens to Zack Snyder a lot, though. That being said, I am excited to see Rebel Moon, his new sci-fi movie.
Isn't there like 3 parts of it or something?
Yeah, it's his.
Oh, he said that's in the same universe as Army of the Dead. If that makes any sense.
I guess. I don't know. Isn't there a thing with a time loop too in Army of the Dead?
We're probably going to find out that the zombie virus comes from
Rebel Moon
somehow.
Honestly, probably.
Yeah.
Probably. And I don't know. That was really all that I had. I don't know. No, I did have something about Batman. So Michael Keaton coming in as Batman, reprising that role, is really just a huge nostalgia draw.
Yeah.
That's really all it was. And you could see that a lot of his performance, at least as Batman, is pretty lifeless. And it's all just references. Like,
he's just there.
He's just there, and he's like, just pull the burps coming from Preston out too.
My bad.
And then, I don't know, there's just a bunch of stuff. He's just like, I don't know. It's like, He's just pulling out all the old tricks that he got from the '89 Batman and Batman Returns.
Yeah.
And that's really all that he was there to do. Like outside of those moments, it didn't really feel like he was that Batman, but he was a much better Bruce Wayne. And I feel
Agreed.
like that was what he really locked into whenever he was making those movies, was that he knew that he had to deal with Bruce Wayne. Like Bruce Wayne is the more interesting
Because
character.
he was
than
just
Batman
a
is.
comedic actor before he played Batman, right?
Yeah, more or less.
There was like an uprise the way people didn't like Heath Ledger. Heath Ledger, my bad. Heath Ledger, God bless the dead.
Yeah.
When he got cast as the Joker.
Rip the homie.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of backlash on that.
Yeah.
They're like, we don't want some gay cowboy being the Joker.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a big thing. And
Wrong.
Wrong indeed. We got the best Joker ever because of that. And yeah. Yeah, that was all I had for bad. Was there anything you wanted to bring up?
The Justice League actors deserve better.
Yeah,
All of them.
they do. Because
To send them off like this is
disrespectful.
disrespectful.
It's just, it stinks.
Like, I guess
It stinks.
the ending has, I guess they filmed 3 different endings for this.
Oh, really?
There was the one we got with Clooney's Batman.
Yep.
One with Michael Keaton's Batman,
Okay.
and one with the original Justice League.
The original OG Justice League.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess they all got filmed.
And they went with George Clooney.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of like, that's also just another nostalgia thing, I
Yeah.
guess.
Just to get people talking, right?
Yeah, that's really all it was.
I think I had that spoiled for me the morning of
Oh,
premiere
yeah?
night. Yep.
No, I asked you to spoil everything
The
for me, so I was
YouTube-
like, I know I'm not going to see it.
YouTube's algorithm is on that bullshit sometimes. So I think I had Multiverse of Madness spoiled that day, day of the premiere,
Okay.
and The Flash spoiled that day. What else? Endgame?
Endgame, maybe.
Slightly, like the final battle.
Yeah, slightly.
But YouTube, the algorithm, come on.
YouTube, you got to stop spoiling this stuff for
Yeah.
us. They're ruining it. They're ruining it. So, yeah. That was all I had to say about this movie. There was some stuff to like, but I think at the end of the day, there was more stuff to not like.
Yep. All they had to do was follow what, like, the inspiration from this movie is the Flashpoint comic.
Yeah.
It is so much better than this movie.
Yeah, right? Because there's alternate Flash.
There's alternate Flash. There's alternate Batman. Thomas Wayne as Batman.
Yeah, like that sounds way better.
Yeah.
Or like Bruce Wayne died and it was Thomas Wayne. That's what I was expecting. That's what I was hoping.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan would have been Batman.
Oh my god, it would have been perfect.
Yeah.
Would have been perfect. And everything was teed up. They had everything that they needed. And I don't know. I think the studio was kind of like, you can do what you want, but just don't do this. Don't do that. Don't do this. Don't do that.
It has to be funny.
It has to be funny. It has to be for kids. And yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I don't even know if kids would like some of it, but I don't think kids would like all of it. I think.
It's a bit too long.
Yeah, it's like over 2 hours.
This
right?
didn't need to be, or maybe it, I don't know. This didn't need to be 2.5 hours.
Yeah, like for the tone and everything,
Yeah.
and how like quick everything is. It doesn't. I don't think it needed to be that long either.
No.
I agree with that. So yeah, anything else?
No, I
Yeah.
think I'm good.
I just, yeah, what a disappointment. So that's what we thought. We both have our thoughts out. That's what I thought about this movie.
Yeah.
And yeah, you now know what we think.
It's definitely one of those movies. Like I said, the more you watch it, the more you're just like,
Yeah.
what the hell?
Like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah.
All right. So with that, let's move on to what else did we watch this week. So this is our recurring segment where we talk about whatever else it was we watched this week. It could be movies, TV shows, YouTube videos, whatever we watched. We'll tell you about it right here. I watched a couple things, but we're going to talk about one of them together.
Yeah.
So I'll go with my other one. I watched The Killer, finally. I was talking about that movie. Michael Fassbender as a hitman, directed by David Fincher. It feels a lot like the Hitman video games.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's what I was watching. I was like, is this like based off a video game? I looked at it. It's based off of a graphic novel by the same name. And it was pretty good. It's like a procedural of how to like kill people.
Wait. Is it good for a Netflix movie or is it good as a film on its own?
I think it's good as a film on its own.
Okay.
Because it's David Fincher, right?
Okay.
Like he directed like Social Network, Seven. You know, he's a good filmmaker. And it's definitely a David Fincher movie.
I think I was going to watch this last night after I watched The Flash, but I ended up watching something else instead.
Nice.
Yeah.
No, it's pretty slow. And it's, I don't know, some of the side performances are a little forgettable. Like Tilda Swinton is in it, and she's not really she's only okay. And I don't know, a lot of it, and it has a really anticlimactic ending, I thought.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. Like Michael Fassbender is definitely, he's the one who carries that movie, and his is really the only memorable role in it. And I mean, like it's his first movie in a long time. His first movie in like 5 years or something
Does this
like
save
that.
him from the potentially being a bad actor label?
Yes, it does.
It does? Okay.
I'm so glad he took that long break because he was like 2 movies away from being a really bad actor.
Yeah.
He really was. This one, I don't know. It's nice to see him in a role like this because I think it's one of those roles that he's suited for. I mean, I saw him in the Macbeth rendition. It was
with Denzel?
No, with he was Macbeth. Who was in it? There was Marion Cotillard. There was Sean Harris, Jack Rayner from Midsommar.
Okay.
And there's a lot of really, really good performances in that movie. That movie's really good. Kind of flew under the radar. Really only digestible if you like Shakespeare already. And you can sort of see the differences that they did with it. But yeah, it was really good. It's my favorite like on-screen Macbeth. And he's awesome in it. I mean, the guy's my favorite actor. Like, I saw him in Shame, you see him in Glorious Bastards, and he's just fantastic in those movies.
He is Magneto.
and was it, I guess Tom, he went to acting school with Tom Hardy.
Okay.
And Tom Hardy said that Michael Fassbender was the best actor in that school. And I agree. And that's high praise coming from Tom Hardy, for sure. And so, yeah, The Killer, slow burn. Probably it's good for like people like our age bracket. I wouldn't recommend it for the
washed
younger
up
crowd.
folks.
Yeah, washed up actors and washed up I don't know, go-kart drivers. I guess. We're all washed. And yeah, so I give The Killer, I give an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
Solid.
I'm gonna watch it.
Solid. I'd say I'd give it maybe a B plus if it was a paper.
Okay.
B plus. And yeah. So what'd you watch?
I watched The Marvels in theaters.
Oh no.
You want to know how many people were in my theater?
Let me guess. 3.
You're correct, technically. There were 4 people in my theater.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, there was no interest in that movie. I actively sought out spoilers because I knew I wasn't going to see it. And I saw the post-credit scene, and I definitely get the feeling that it's one of those Marvel movies that was made specifically just for that post-credit scene.
It's entertaining, I will say.
Okay.
It's not good, not bad, like somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, it exists.
It's like if you love Captain Marvel already, you'll love it.
Yeah.
Kamala Khan and her family are perfect. I love them.
Yeah, you were saying that like this movie would make her like a fan favorite almost.
Yeah,
right? I
and
remember you
it
saying
sounds
that a
like
while
that's
ago.
what's happening with people who've actually seen it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, they're a good family.
I'll say that with Miss Marvel, the shows, like she was good in it, right?
Yeah.
She was like cute, quirky, and like kind of like sweet, and you're just like, oh, like I like you, I like you.
Yeah.
The show itself wasn't that great, but like she was good in it.
Yeah, her and her family are the best thing about the movie.
Okay.
I love that Nick Fury just basically is acting like Secret Invasion didn't happen.
Just let's move on from that.
Pretty
That
much.
didn't happen. My green alien wife.
Yep.
Just porking his alien wife.
Yep.
At the Saber station or whatever it's called.
Honestly, it's not bad. Just I don't know.
Is it kind of like how Miss Marvel is? Like it's kind of like not great but not terrible, or is it better than Miss Marvel?
A little better.
A little better.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will say it's better than Thor: Love and Thunder.
Oh, thank God.
Slightly better than Quantumania.
Okay.
I forget what I gave that, but I want to put this in like the 6.5 to like 7 out of 10 range.
Okay.
It's serviceable.
Serviceable.
Like-
It passes.
Yeah.
It's like a C.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you don't see it in theaters, definitely watch it on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I feel like there is sort of some important things that happen in it.
Yeah.
Right. Especially at the end, and how it's going to connect to like Secret Wars and everything. So
Yeah. I don't know if I want to spoil it, but
nah, let's not.
okay.
I don't think we should.
There is something out of the Secret Wars comic that I'm reading that's like
Pulled right from it.
pulled right from the page. I was like, holy shit, they're doing
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's the.
it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I
get
totally,
you, get
I
you.
was like caught way off guard. I was like,
What the hell?
like what the hell? We're here already. Like
I
this is where we are already.
It feels, I don't know, like I saw it. I saw the post credit scene. It feels kind of like abrupt. That's how
Yeah.
everything is sort of being brought in. Right.
Yeah.
It feels a little weird. Anyway.
Yeah.
Cool. So we're going to talk about this last one together because we both
Yeah,
have seen it.
Love it.
Loki, the series finale, probably, I would say. Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Like it really, like I was saying, like it's kind of hard to pass judgment on episodes 4 and 5 without seeing 6.
Yes.
And yeah, 6, it really ties everything together. Oh my God,
Yeah.
it was so good. And yeah, I really, really, really enjoyed it. I like seeing Loki's arc throughout that whole thing.
There's a line I guess he improvised. It's when he's on the bridge talking to everybody as he's walking away.
Like what he's saying, like I know the God I need to be.
Yeah, something like that.
And
It's
for you, for
it's
all
what
of us.
Thor says in the first Thor movie.
It's something that he says to, or Loki's like he says it to his father, right? He's
Yeah.
like, I could have done this for you, for all of us.
Yeah.
He's like, no, Loki. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved it. A really satisfying conclusion. And he said, Tom Hiddleston has said that this is like the closing of his character, at least until like his like main character arc.
I think he is going to be what the Beyonder is in the Secret Wars run of comics.
That's what I get the feeling of too.
There's no way he's not done playing Loki.
Oh yeah,
No shot.
But like, I don't think his character will progress a lot more after this. He'll just be like a borderline plot device after that. Because he's the god of stories now.
Yeah.
And yeah,
God of stories or God of time, something like that.
It was so good. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Just like how he hops back and forth through all these different moments and everything once he learns how to control his time slipping.
Jonathan Majors as Victor Timely and
we see him as He Who
Remains. He was awesome.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like one of those, oh shit.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Yeah.
Like there's a one shot where he's sort of just sitting there waiting, watching them fight.
Yeah.
It's like he's like sitting there being like, oh, I wonder if he's done this a couple times already.
Yeah. And then
the
his
needle
tone his tone completely changes. Like oh, he knows. Time to get serious.
And then whenever Loki freezes time, he's like, oh, he's kind of on the defensive about that.
Yeah.
I like that he was mainly playing that he paved that road for Loki to time slip that way because he was expecting him to
seek out Victor Timely and such.
And I think he was expecting Loki's attachment to his friends to, want to stay with them and let him live and take care of everything again. But then he just does a complete 180, changes the whole equation, and does his own thing, and he becomes the
He
keeper
Who
of
Remains.
everything. Yeah, and he's gonna make it. There's definitely hope that he's gonna do a much better job than he will.
Yeah, this is what Marvel multiversal stuff
Yeah.
should have been the quality should have been from the beginning.
It's honestly one of like the best and like the most like elegant and beautiful stories we've seen out of Marvel in a long time.
Yes.
And I was all there for it.
I think I said in one of my other chat with my other friends was, this is the best Marvel project post Infinity War.
Yeah, I think so.
I think this is, if you combine season 1 and 2, this is better than Endgame.
Yeah, I would agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
100p. So, what do you rate it?
9 out of 10.
Yeah.
Like, if someone wants to go higher, I'd agree with them.
Yeah. I'll probably go a little higher. I'll probably go 9.25.
Yep.
Because everything, it's just tied up so neatly.
This is what Marvel could be, supposed to be.
This is what, is this Marvel? This is what Marvel is supposed to be.
Yeah.
This I like. So 9 for you, 9.25 for me.
Yeah. It's excellent.
Very, very good. I was so pleased.
Like the same way I went back and watched the season 1 finale, I think I'm going to watch the last 3 episodes.
Oh, yeah.
How I watched that.
Oh, no. I know. Now that you can actually watch them back to back like that, it's just perfection.
Like, it's one of those seasons that gets better as the season goes along, because the first episode's kind of okay.
Yeah.
It's a good start.
Like I said, like I was saying right from the beginning, like I feel like you can't judge the show until it's all done.
Yeah.
And now that it's all done, everything's out there to look at now.
God
It's
damn.
awesome. It was so good, so satisfying.
Yeah.
Watching him go up the stairs and just bring all the things together. And you see it turn into the tree.
Yep.
The Yggdrasil.
Something like that.
Oh, so good. So good. All right. So that's that.
Yep.
Let's move on to our recommendation and our rating for The Flash. Ugh, the fart, more like it. I'll go first. I think it's the word I would use to describe this movie is mediocre. It's very, very mediocre. And honestly, I think I could only recommend it to be played in the background of whatever else you're doing.
Yeah.
Like
if you're cleaning your house.
Yeah,
this is one of those movies.
It's one that you could like be in your phone all the time.
Yeah. If you're doing the dishes, yes.
Put on The Flash.
Put on The Flash.
Put on The Flash.
If you're sweeping, put on The Flash.
Yeah. I think so too. So I give The Flash a 6 out of 10.
Damn.
What'd you give it?
I think I'm a little harsh. I'm giving it a 4.5.
4.5. Wow. Yep. Honestly, I was being a little generous, I think.
Yep. The 4 is mostly because 4 of the 4.5 points come from the Ben Affleck scene.
Yeah, I think so too.
That's really the only endearing thing about this movie.
Yeah, and I think some of the dramatic moments pushed it a little bit up for me too. But yeah, for the most part, there's just a fumble.
Like, it's okay. Like
this is the movie equivalent of the Mark Sanchez butt fumble. This is exactly what it is.
This is like cold McDonald's McNuggets of a movie.
Yeah. 6-hour-old McDonald's fries. Yeah.
That's what this is.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree. So cool. So that's our recommendation and our rating. So now you have our permission to
hate watch this.
Yeah, hate watch it. Hate watch it. All right, so let's recast this bitch now. I only have 2. You said you only have 1?
Yep. For Barry Allen / The Flash, I have Jack Quaid.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yep.
I do like that.
Yep.
I like that a lot. So for me, I'm recasting Barry and the George Clooney Batman. So for Barry / The Flash, I have Joe Keery, guy who played Steve in Stranger Things.
Okay.
Yeah, I could see that.
We recast a lot of Stranger Things actors on this.
Oh, they're all great.
They're all good.
They're all great. At least lately. And George Clooney Batman.
Val Kilmer?
No way it would ever happen. Christian Bale.
I'm pretty sure he was in talks to come back.
Yeah, I can't see him doing that. I can't see him come back for this. But it would have been cool to see him pop up in that last
I want to
bit.
say they even reached out to Christopher Nolan to see if it was okay.
Oh, really? They went that far?
I want to say they went that far.
Wow.
I might be full of shit, but I think I read something like that they reached out to Christopher Nolan that if it was okay to do that, Christopher Nolan was probably like, "Who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Get out of here!
Get out of here! Get out of here! You know who I am? I made Oppenheimer."
Yeah.
All right, so that's that. So the episode's over. Well done.
Yep.
This video podcasting format is getting way easier to deal with.
Yes.
And this was fun. I mean, like we say, we're a love first podcast.
Yeah.
So it's kind of nice to do a movie that we didn't like.
We even sound positive in this, and it's something.
We're not hating it. We're like disappointed in it.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, like really? You can do
We're
better
not.
than that.
We're not mad. We're just disappointed.
Yeah, we're disappointed. You had it. You had it all there. You had it all there.
Yeah.
All right. So the next movie we are doing in next week, well, I guess this is another entry into our sports series.
Yeah.
Doing Happy Gilmore.
It's a good pattern we got.
I like it.
Regular movie, sports movie.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Okay.
And Happy Gilmore, one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Adam Sandler at his best.
Agreed.
The price is wrong, bitch. No, I'm looking forward to that. I mean, it's one of those movies I can almost recite line for line. You know, we're gonna put that shit down and focus on golf.
Yes.
All right. So tune in next week for that. And as always, give us all the feedback that you can. We want to make these as good as they can be, and I think we're getting there now. So, again, thanks for everything. We appreciate you. We love you. You guys take care, and we will see you next week. Love you. Okay, bye.
Love you.
Simpleton Cinema.
Pussy!